Samsung is so serious about pushing you to buy a foldable phone in 2023 that I'm actually in Korea right now for the huge Galaxy Unpacked event, and I've tested 7 different devices. 2 foldable smartphones, which are the Galaxy Z Fold 5 and Z Flip 5, 2 smartwatches, and 3 Android tablets. So, what's changed among these phones? They actually don't look all that different year over year. So, I'm going to lay out the facts: what's good, what's bad, and where you can pre order them for cheaper than normal in the description. Let's start with the big one that's not quite as big as last year's version, the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5. It remains a productivity powerhouse among smartphones with its phone tablet hybrid design. And yet, versus the Fold 4, it has thinner dimensions and the ability to fold in half without a gap in the spine of its 2 screens. That's all good news because the Z Fold 5 price is still $1,800. That's almost double the price of the Z Flip 5. Of course, trade-ins and that $50 credit that I can get you in my links will help out a little bit. For me, the gapless design is kind of a big deal. All the previous Galaxy Z Fold phones couldn't completely close flat, and they were thicker, therefore less pocketable. The Z Fold 5 fixes those problems with a redesigned hinge that lets the screen bend internally. In my full Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5 review, where I'll test the cameras and the battery life, I'll also talk about durability after more testing time. But I can already tell you that dust and grime won't get into the folded inner display as easily because of this gapless design. That's a big deal for a device that gets slipped into pockets almost daily. The Fold 5 is slightly lighter overall versus the Fold 4. This really reduces that brick feeling when you're gripping the closed smartphone in your hand. It still feels like holding a thick candy bar or an ice cream sandwich in your hand, and if you love large screen phones, then you'll quickly learn to love the tablet-size 7.6-inch main display for reading, responding to emails, and watching TV shows. I can even create spreadsheets on this phone, which is kind of amazing. Samsung also improved the brightness of the Z Fold 5 display, ramping it up to a 1750 nit peak. That makes it the brightest foldable currently on the market. With this technology, it's easier than ever to read your Kindle app at the beach, create a Google Doc from the park, or even edit and post photos from an outdoor restaurant. It's not a total win for Samsung though. I still can't say that the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5 is a game changer. It feels iterative year over year. I still can't write on the cover screen with the S Pen, and the S Pen still can't slot into the phone itself to mimic the stylus that comes with the Galaxy S23 Ultra or the old Samsung Galaxy Note phones. Right now, the S Pen is a separate purchase, and its best holder is a case. Depending on your situation, with pre-order incentives out there and trade-ins at a high, it could definitely be a worthwhile upgrade, especially if you have an older device or even waiting to jump in the foldable mix. Now's the time. Even smaller than the Fold 5, but with a noticeably bigger screen than last year's version, the Galaxy Z Flip 5 wowed me. Up to a point. Let me explain. Priced at $999, this clamshell smartphone offers a much bigger cover screen than the Z Flip 4 from last year, so I can do a lot more without fully opening the phone. The larger 3.4-inch cover screen lets you display a customizable clock on the lock screen and review more notifications than ever. I was able to take selfies without having to squint at a sliver of a screen like last time. More importantly, there's a host of new widget designs like weather forecast, alarms, and step counter, all easily accessible from the outside of the phone. There is one problem here though. While these are all great additions, you're still limited to specific apps on the cover screen. The Z Flip 5 doesn't allow for as much freedom as the Moto Razr Plus, which will let you launch just about anything on its front display. This might feel like a limitation, but you can tell it was kind of done intentionally to smooth out the transitional experience when you open the phone. What's really cool is when you launch an app on the cover screen, moving to the main screen when the phone flips open looks and feels like a natural transition to a deeper dive into the app's functionality. I especially liked using Google Maps and repeatedly pivoting between the larger and smaller displays for turn-by-turn directions. And if you're constantly taking selfies, or maybe you have a teen who is, or you're like me, an immature adult, the form factor here is flipping awesome. When you fold the phone at a 90-degree angle on a table, you can easily see yourself and friends in real time, perfecting your pose. Gone are the days when you always need a tripod to pull this off. That makes it easier to tuck this phone away in your pocket, even if you're wearing really skinny jeans. If you're wondering what color to buy, Samsung introduced a new ice blue hero color for both the Fold 5 and the Flip 5 that I really like. But these phones are also available in the more traditional black and white and a few extra Samsung.com exclusive colors. The Flip 5 also comes in a lavender pink option that'll certainly appeal to anyone who just saw the new Barbie movie. So, will you be flipping out over foldable phones this year? Let me know in the comments, and make sure you leverage my links in the description below for where you'll find the cheapest prices and the best pre-order incentives. And do all that fun stuff. Like, share, subscribe for more tech videos and that full Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5 review that's coming up next.